Welcome back to Gin Reviews of Middle Tennessee. Tonight we're going to do a California gin, a distillery that's been around since 1982 in Alameda, California. For those of you that don't know where Alameda, California is, it sits right next to San Francisco and Oakland. The skyline is visible. It was also a man-made island. It used to be a dump, but people live there and it's very beautiful, I hear. So anyway, St. George here. Originally I have tried this guy here. So there's three kinds that I have on hand right now. This is the Botanicals. It's the botanist style. What does it have in it? 19 different Botanicals, which is awesome, and it is very good. And then I have this guy here, which I haven't tried yet. It's a Terroir Gin, which I hear wonderful things. There's 6 Botanicals in this one. We are definitely going to have a episode on it, but for tonight, we're going to try this guy. This is their Terroir Gin. I love their bottles. Look how cool. Very California. Alright, so on the bottle, this is a gin with real Terroir, made from 12 botanicals of California's mighty Mount Tam, Douglas fir, California bay laurel, fennel, coastal sage, orris root, angelica root, juniper, of course, and other profoundly aromatic botanicals. I hate when they say that. Why don't you just put what's on it? Alright, anyway, they come all together to create a forest in your glass. And you know how I am with juniper and citrus. And look, it's got a punt. I love a good punt. And there's a cork there too, so I like that already. So all 3 of these are at 45%. Let's do a little digging here. So I did go over some of the botanicals, but we're going to go through the complete list now, which what I actually found online, which, you know, needs to be addressst if we're going to do a gin review, right? Bay leaves, cardamom, cinnamon, coriander, Douglas fir. Think of that. That's kind of cool. It is going to be a pine tree in a glass. Fennel, juniper, of course, lemon, lily of the valley, orange, orris root, and sage. So again, it's going to be junipery, foresty, and citrus with definitely earth tones. I could already tell. That's what I do. So, what does the word Terroir mean? Well, it's a noun used here, and it's the complete natural environment in which a particular wine is produced, including factors such as soil, topography, and climate. The characteristic taste and flavor imparted to a wine by the environment in which it is produced. The signature fir and sage are distilled separately in a similar, smaller still, while the remaining botanicals are distilled in a gin basket. Interestingly enough, the St. George's Terroir Gin also features a special spin on coriander, in that the team roasts it before distillation. I can't wait. Overall, the result is an impressive gin, which generally transports anyone who takes a sip into a lush forest. All right, let's get on with the review here, because it's tempting me. It's calling my name. Come on, you bastard. All right, we got this off. Not yet. A little bit more. Oh, and good fun. All right, well, here's our cork test. Let's see if we get a squeaker. No squeaker. Here goes the pop. Very, very unimpressive. But that means nothing. I just like a good pop of a cork. Who doesn't, right? All right, shoddy. Let's put you back here in the limelight of the Plymouth. All right, so on the nose. Oh my God. Yeah. I'm in a forest. Okay. right away, I can smell the sage, the resinous, piney Douglas fir Christmas tree essence is coming out. It's really cool. That burnt coriander or roasted coriander, it's in the back, but it's like a phantom smell more than anything of cilantro, but not coriander, which is kind of confusing, but maybe not. I got the orris citrus peel, lemony. All right, got some legs on there, which I know it's going to be creamy now. Love that. Let's do this. Oh my gosh. So much. Delicious. First of all, as a neat shot, as a neat gin shot, yeah, I would recommend doing this neat. Not all gins are that great with the neat shot. The burn's traveling very well. It's right at 45%. I can tell that. I'm getting sage right away on the tip of the tongue. The sage is coming out. Fresh sage, juniper, the resinous creamy head of the juniper berries are popping. Again, the Douglas fir extract is coming out. As it travels, the back of the palate is now getting hit with lemon, citrus. It's hitting the back end now more so than on the tip. It's a very interesting, very cool gin. Man, I can't wait to try it in a cocktail other than a G&T, which is what I've been doing as of late. All right, let's do our standard here. I have a piece of ice. I have a bowl for the drippings, or just water, because I usually cut my ice chunk way before I start this review, and it becomes very sloshy. Oh, baby. All right, so I got a tall, extra tall Collins glass today. I was saying I was doing cocktails. Tom Collins has been in the works. I've been actually creating cocktails, and maybe soon enough I will be sharing. I just want to make sure they're absolutely perfect before I share, and I also don't want to infringe on anyone else's cocktail rights, if that's a thing. I don't know if it's like a comedian thing. I really have no idea. All I know is drink and be happy, right? Merry and happy and all that good stuff. All right, well, here's that Collins glass. Here's the gin. I love that. It's like a filtration process going through the ice channel. All right, and here is our fever tree, as always. Thank God I definitely can find it now, more so than 2 months ago with the apocalypse going on. It still is, but you know, not as it was before. Ooh, I like that. Oh, not quite all the way, but a lot of room for ice, a lot of room for citrus. But first we're going to just try it on its own, see. You know, if the ice was a little bit smaller, I think I could plunk it. I like that word, plunk it. Alright, let's do this. Let's see if anything changes on me. For the first time, I'm not a fan. I'm gonna say it right now, of the G&T with this gin. It's just not. It's not bringing out the notes of what I thought it should. It actually is deadening. It's making it less present, and now more so I'm tasting the quinine and the bitterness of the tonic. it's not playing well with this. So this definitely is going to be a cocktail gin. Well, let's add some citrus and see if it gives it a little bump. I got lemon here, since there's lemon in the Botanicals. I'm going to do a whole peels and pits today because I think it needs it. Grapefruit, star, ruby red, and of course a Persian lime. Look how juicy, yeah. No, it's hard sometimes to get a real juicy lime out of the store. I must look like a nut though when I'm picking out fruit because I'm so used to, you know, grabbing stuff out of the cooler at work and feeling it, you know, make sure I got the right one that I need at that moment. And I do the same thing in the store, and I think sometimes people look and are like, that guy is fondling his fruit. It's okay though. I do like it when someone comes up to me and says, will you pick me out a cantaloupe? Sure. I don't know why you chose me, but I can do that for you. All right, here we go. Let's see if it got any better. Okay, good. I was like worried there. This gin is it's a small batch. They make whiskey, they make absinthe, St. George. It's very cool distillery if you look them up on YouTube or their Facebook site. Very big, very commercial. But it's also small in that their gin pot is not their whiskey still. It's not, you know, it's a separate entity, and it's on that end it's very, very small batched. There are batch numbers on every one of these. I'm not going to read them, but basically this one here was made in 2019 in November. I can tell from the lettering, so that's pretty cool. So anyway, the citrus in here is now umping and amping and putting out more botanical than before, and it's playing nicely with the Douglas fir. I'm back in the pine forest, and it's a little bit creamier now than it was before. So you definitely need citrus for this GNT, which is, you know, if you're gonna have a gin and tonic, you're gonna have to put some citrus in there. I mean, especially if you're gonna have something like the Boodles back there, Boodles that has no citrus in it, which is what you need, right? Oh, the lemon is definitely pronounced. Finish is very cool now. It's moderately long. I'm getting minty